This video lesson will instruct you on how to paint a realistic present, but also how to mix your own colors using only the primaries plus black and white. For materials, you will need a paint of your choice. I'll be using tempera paint for this project, but you could use acrylic if you choose to. You'll need toned paper or canvas, and you'll also need paintbrushes, scrap paper or a palette, and water. For a realistic 3D reference, Ryan Teal has photographed a gift box wrapped in white paper with a bow so that we can use a photograph as we paint and really see the shadows and highlights. I will freely share links to these references in the description of this video, but feel free to make your own so that your work is unique. Before drawing and painting your present, it's important to understand how to mix colors of paint. You can practice this on a worksheet or just on a scrap of paper. You can warm up a color like red using yellow. You can also make a color lighter by adding white. Adding yellow or white to a color is going to help lighten and brighten it, which will be great for highlights. Practice lightening and brightening a color in various degrees so that you know how you're going to paint a side of a present that is warmed up and lightened by light. In addition, you will want to practice cooling down and darkening a color so that you can show how a color will look when it's in shadow. You can cool down a color by adding blue to the color or black, depending on the color that you are using. Just be gentle when mixing in blue and black because a little can go a long way. Once you have practiced mixing paint colors and thought about the colors you wish to use to paint a present, you are ready to move on. On your toned surface, you will want to trace the stencil provided, or else draw your own if you choose to do so. When tracing the stencil, you'll want to make sure that you also place a dot where the corners meet in the center. I've punctured a hole through the stencil, so it's very easy to mark that point with a dot. Next, using a ruler, draw lines from that dot to the corners of your present. This will create your front corner. Finally, draw a horizon line behind your present, and I just recommend that you make this line slanted at a diagonal. I will show you how to add the bow to the present later, so once you have practiced mixing your paint colors and you have drawn the initial box, you are ready to start painting. The first area you will paint is the top of your present, and you're going to paint that using the local color of your present. The local color is the color that the present would be named. In my case, I'm painting mine a red violet. It's mostly red, but I've cooled it down just slightly with a tiny bit of blue. I'm painting this on as carefully as I can. I'm trying to drag the color very gently along the edges of my shape, and I'm using a flat brush for this. Next, I'll make that local color warmer for the left side of the present. To warm up my red violet, I'm mixing in some yellow. This is creating more of a red-orange color, and in the case of my present, it actually becomes a little bit too orange, and I have to fix that later, but that's okay. Again, I'm painting carefully, trying to have sharp edges by making very neat lines by dragging my brush at the edges of the shape. The third side of my present is going to be the darkest, coolest side because this side is in shadow. I'll be mixing blue with my red violet to create the cooler, shadowed side. Watch how I create clean, neat edges by placing the paint from my paintbrush down right along that edge and dragging it. I work on the edges first, and then I bring the color inward. Once you finish painting the 3 values of your present, let it thoroughly dry because the next step will be to trace your gift bow on top of your present. Also, just as a reminder, while many of these resources are freely available to you and are linked in the description of this video, you can always draw or create your own. When you have finished drawing or tracing your bow, you're ready to paint it with the local color you would like your bow to be. My bow, as you can see, is blue, so I'm painting this entire shape in blue, and I'm not worrying about any of those extra shadows or highlights that I see in my provided reference. After the local color is painted, just let it dry. When your bow is thoroughly dry, cover the back of your bow stencil with pencil. You will then gently tape down or hold down your bow reference on top of your painted bow and transfer the areas of shadow by pressing firmly with a pen in all of the dark areas. This sounds a little bit complicated, but it's very helpful for transferring those dark shapes. If you want to try to paint them without transferring them, you could do that, but this is a trick that will make it easier. After transferring the shadows, mix a darker or cooler version of your bow's local color. You will use this color to paint on top of those areas of pencil that transferred onto your bow. I like to look for the largest shapes first and outline them, and then fill them in with that paint color. I also like to thin my paint slightly with water. Since I'm painting on paper, I have not used water in the earlier portions of this painting because I didn't want to get my paper too wet or warp it, but now that I'm painting on top of an already painted area, it's working just fine. Next, I'm going to lighten the bow color and use that color to paint in some highlights using the photo reference. I'll be adding some white to the blue for this because yellow with blue would just turn it green. I'm using a small round brush for the bow because it's giving me more control over the lines that I'm making. And again, I'm just using my photo reference for this part, looking for the lightest, brightest areas of the bow that I want to lighten and brighten with paint. The next step of this painting will be to paint the background, but before doing that, take some time to refine your present as needed. I know for me, I wanted to tone down the orange look that I was getting in that left side of the present. You can also paint in the folds that you see on the present in the photograph, as well as some shadows and highlights from the bow. When ready to paint your background, choose the colors for your background thoughtfully. It's best to choose colors that will contrast or complement your present. As seen in the reference photo, the area to the right of the present is darker, so I'm using more blue and some black to cool that area down. Since I'm making this space underneath my horizon line blue, I'm going to need to rely more on black and white for my shadows and highlights. You'll want to use more white or yellow for the left side of your background floor. But again, I'm using white, not yellow, because I don't want to turn the space green. Really look at your reference photo to see where to lighten or darken your colors. Check your work often with that reference photo as well. The final area you'll want to paint is the back wall using your reference again. I'm going to make mine a grayish color, so I'm mixing just black and white together in various amounts. I'm painting the more local color, my just medium gray, in the center, and I'm going to paint it darker on the right and lighter on the left. For a final last pop of contrast, you can even add some bright white highlights to just a few subtle areas of your bow. This lesson is all about color, paint mixing, and realistic painting, and I hope you feel successful trying this yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.